Once upon a time, an elderly lady lived in a little village. She was nice, wise, and always cheerful. The villagers adored her. They often approached her for help or to discuss their difficulties. One day, a young man in the community questioned her, "Why are you always happy? Regardless of what occurs, you never appear depressed. Do you ever feel bad when things go wrong?" The elderly lady smiled sweetly and responded, "My dear, life is full of ups and downs. Some days are good while others are horrible, but I've learnt that happiness comes from within, not what happens around me." The young man was perplexed and inquired, "What do you mean? How can you be happy when bad things happen?" The lady shared a personal story. "When I was young, I had a family, a husband and children. We weren't wealthy, but we were happy. My spouse became ill one day, and we ran out of money to buy medicine. We tried everything, but he died. It was the saddest day of my life. I cried a lot. I assumed I'd never be happy again." The young man listened intently as the old lady shared her experience. "I realized that being sad all the time would not bring my husband back. My children needed me, and I needed to figure out how to be joyful again. I began to see things differently. I realized that life will always have good and bad times, but I determined not to let the bad ones take my enjoyment." The young man gazed at her, surprised. "But how did you do that?" he inquired. The elderly lady smiled and continued, "Every morning when I get up, I tell myself, 'Today is a new day, and I will find something to be happy about.' Some days are harder than others, but I always find something, no matter how small it is. Maybe the sun is shining, a flower is blooming, or I spot a buddy. There's always something to be thankful for." The young man considered what she said. "What if something really horrible happens? How are you still happy?" "It's not easy," the elderly lady said, "but I tell myself that everything passes. Even horrible things do not continue forever. When horrible things happen, I tell myself, this too will pass. I concentrate on the positive things I still have, such as my health, my friends, or simply the fact that I am alive. Happiness is a decision. You can either focus on the negative and be unhappy, or you may look for the positive and be happy. It's not always easy, but it is doable." The young man thanked the elderly woman for her wise words. He left her house and decided to follow her advice. Since then, he, like the old lady, has strived to find the positive in every situation. The elderly lady's story circulated across the village. More and more people are realizing that happiness isn't about what you have or what happens to you, but about how you see life. They learnt to be joyful in all circumstances, just like the wise old lady. As a result of the elderly lady's teachings on true happiness, the hamlet became a happier place. Happiness is a choice made from within. Regardless of how bad life becomes, we can find delight in the little things and choose to focus on the positive. Life's troubles will pass, but a good attitude will keep us strong and pleased. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Stay blessed.